What's up, YouTube? So it's Thursday, like 8 p.m. I'm gonna try to film and edit a short video for you guys tonight, going over everything I use to make my vlogs look the way they do. Super tired, could really go for an energy drink right about now, but I'll struggle through this. Just finally finished the setup behind me. So my computer's done. I've had a lot of requests to go over that, and then what camera I use and what editing software I use and all this stuff. If you're not into tech, you just don't care. My new car comes in at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. That video will be up probably Saturday. So tune back in Saturday if you want to see my new car. Everyone else, let's start with software right up front, because I get this question probably 5 times a day in DMs. What editing software do I use? So I use the Adobe Suite. Premiere for color grading, exporting, syncing everything up to music, just general editing. Adobe Premiere. After Effects I use for like compositing and adding text and tracking. Anytime you see more than one of me.
Do you want to
No, not right now. I don't feel like doing this right now. Hey, leave the Red Bull. Leave the Red Bull. Leave it. All right, now get out of here. All right. Anytime you see more than one of me on the screen at any given time. Lightroom I use for editing raw photos, so I can take a photo that looks like this and turn it into something that looks like this. And then Photoshop if I want to add a different sky into a photo or just remove and add elements into photos. That's all the software I use, guys. It's really simple. It's just a matter of like learning it. So yeah, let's jump into what I actually film on. First, I'm gonna, So what do I use to actually capture content? Starting with the camera I'm filming on right now. Obviously, I'm using it to film, so I can't really show you guys, but it is the Sony a7R III. If you've been watching my channel, you know I filmed on an a7S, a GH5, a 1DX Mark II, a Canon 5D, and I can by far say that the a7R III is the best camera I've ever owned. Not only for video, but photo as well. The a7R III is crazy. I was worried about how the camera would perform in the dark, but I actually did a photo shoot last night with Becca and Daniel, and the photos came out great and the video came out great. Honestly, anything Sony, you really can't go wrong. And the autofocus on this thing is insane. I'm sure it's probably tracking my face, hopefully. So that's the main camera I shoot on. I also have a Shure microphone. This is an extra one I have on top of it. Don't recommend this mic. Not terrible, but not great either. And the lens that I use to vlog is the G Master 16-35 2.8. A little pricey, but honestly, the image that comes out of it is just crazy. So that is my main vlogging setup. Only other lens I own is a G Master 24-70 f2.8. Audio, when I'm in cars or on a GoPro or whatever, because GoPros have shit audio, get to that in a second. Rode Link, the wireless like little lav mic. So basically one goes on the camera, this one goes on my body, and it just is wireless audio. Usually I'm using these when I'm reviewing cars because the camera is either on the other side of the car or in a different car. Action cams. I have a GoPro Hero 6 and a Hero 5. The Hero 6 is like my A cam, so this is what I'm using inside cars, shots that aren't maybe too risky, that I want the stabilization. Hero 5 I've been using as more of like a risky camera. If there's a chance it might fly off on the highway or slam into a tree or I may lose it, I've been using the 5 for that and the 6 for stuff I don't really want to lose it for. DJI Mavic Pro. I've been using this thing as my main drone on the channel for like well over a year now, and I love this thing. They just came out with the Mavic Air. Everyone's like, oh, are you gonna upgrade? Are you gonna switch? I don't think it's really an upgrade. If I was to crash this into a tree tomorrow and it was destroyed, I would probably buy an Air to replace it. But there's no reason for me to really buy an Air to replace it if it's working, because they're like the same thing, just a little bit smaller. If you don't own any drone yet, I definitely recommend a Mavic Air, actually, the new one that just came out. And finally, the DJI Ronin M. I use this thing for all the stabilization when you see shots in my videos, like probably a couple in this one, and maybe I can play some other ones right now. Amazing gimbal, amazing way to like add a lot of production value to your videos. The problem is it's huge, and if you want to set it down in the middle of a shoot, you have to take that thing with you. So when you want to travel with this thing, it's just a pain in the ass. I would honestly recommend the new like single hand gimbal that DJI just came out with, or something like the Crane or the Moza Air, something like that. Finally, the computer. So this is actually where everything comes together to create an actual video. So 2017 15-inch MacBook Pro. So not only do I use this thing every single day as a workhorse for software development, I also edit, I'd say probably like 40% of my vlogs. Sometimes I'll be sitting here at this machine and I still edit on my laptop. Absolutely love this thing. I hate that it's USB-C only. At the same time, it's kind of nice. I can plug in my hard drive, I can charge it, I can plug it into a display. My camera's USB-C now. I really wish the iPhone X was USB-C, but I guess we can't have everything at once, Apple. That's it for my laptop. Now let's get to this. So my main editing machine and gaming machine, I've been streaming a lot on Twitch. I've been streaming off of this thing. This is a custom built PC running an i7 6950 Extreme. So it's a 10 physical core. I think it's hyper-threaded, so 20 logical cores, 64 gigs of RAM, 1,000-watt power supply, and a GTX 1080 graphics card. And that graphics card's pushing 2 monitors. So the one on the left here is an Asus 165 Hz G-Sync monitor. So that's basically just a gaming monitor that refreshes at an insanely fast rate and works with the graphics card. So when you're gaming, you don't end up with any like weird distortion and tearing and stuff. And the screen on the right is an LG ultra-wide 34-inch. I use this monitor primarily when I'm editing because the timeline will stretch the whole way across. It just makes it a lot easier to work when you can see everything at once. And my main tip for you guys is if you're gonna run 2 monitors, make sure they're the same vertical resolution. So even though this monitor is a lot wider, both these monitors are 1440 tall. So it's just like one giant monitor. I wouldn't recommend you run like one 4K monitor and one 1080 monitor. Audio wise, I'm running HS7 Yamaha studio monitors, and they have to be run off of an audio interface. These don't just plug into your computer. So I'm running a UR22 audio interface. Basically that connects to the computer with a USB, and that's what controls audio for the whole system. So my headphones that are Audio Technica M50Xs, for the money, by far the best headphones I've found. Those plug into the audio interface. And then my mic, when I'm streaming and doing voiceovers and stuff like that, Audio Technica AT2020 again requires a audio interface, so the wire goes down there, comes out the back of the desk, and plugs in to the audio interface, and then that controls how loud or quiet my mic is. Keyboard and mouse, this is a Corsair K65 Rapid Fire. It's a mechanical keyboard, fully customizable with macro keys and RGB and all that. The mouse is the M65 Corsair mouse. I used to have Razer stuff, but after having a couple of issues, I switched to Corsair and definitely recommend it over Razer. And then the desk itself, because I get questions about this all the time, this is actually an IKEA countertop. And then I just put 4 IKEA desk legs under it. I think in total it was like $500 for the tabletop and the legs. It feels good, it looks great, and it's actually pretty cheap in comparison if you were to go with like a custom built all wood desk. And then I just threw some LED strips on the back of the desk and actually ran a wire from the LED strips into my computer case and plugged them into the motherboard, so that way I can actually control the lights on the back of the desk with my computer. So I can do all kinds of patterns, set it to different colors. I can even make it go to the music, all from the software. And when my computer turns off, the lights turn off, which is kind of nice because before I had like a remote, and it was just definitely the way to do it if you're gonna do it. And all of this sits under an LG 4K 65-inch TV, which is actually hooked up to the computer. I use it as like a reference monitor when I'm editing sometimes if I want like a bigger view of what I'm seeing. Otherwise, it's just like permanently set on Netflix. And I threw a set of RGB strips behind the TV as well, so at night, everything goes. So that's it. Now you guys know every single piece of equipment I use to create the content that I've been creating. Please don't leave this video thinking you need to go blow like $15,000 to create YouTube content. There's a lot of channels out there that are much better than mine are, and they're shot on iPhones and edited on iPads. So if you have any kind of camera and you want to start a channel, go for it. Don't get in this mindset of, oh, I need to buy this, this, and this before I can create good videos. That's not the case. Also, I'm going to ask you guys for a favor. I'm part of the Amazon affiliate program now. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but basically, if you use my link when you buy something, I make a small percentage and it doesn't cost you anything extra. So I'm going to go ahead and put every single item, including the full computer build, in the description down below with Amazon links for everything. God only knows how long that's going to take. But if you want to buy something from the video, or maybe you just got confused on what I was saying and you just want to see like listed out all the items, open up the description box and everything will be in there. And yeah, my new car gets here at 8 a.m. So I'm going to try to edit this video real quick, knock it out, try to get some sleep. I'm actually really excited for the car. I feel like tomorrow's like Christmas morning again. So I probably won't sleep, but either way, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Smash that thumbs up button, comment down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one in a new car.